Hello?
Peter! Hey, I was just running around my game, and all of a sudden I noticed that some shit was fucked up. What's up with that?
I warned you about the budget, Deadpool. You literally blew all the money.
Wait, budget? What the hell, man?
Yes, you do realize that all games have budgets.
Peter, sweetheart, Bubula, let me remind you that my website got 15 million hits the weekend we announced. 1,000,001? 1,000,002? Cough it up.
Hey there everyone, welcome to Crappy Reviews, the home of No Rules Reviews. Now what does No Rules Reviews mean exactly? It means whatever the hell I want it to mean. So don't try to get into my head, because I'm crazy, people. Now I don't adhere to any set professional standard, it's all raw and my own thoughts. And if you don't like it, well guess what, bitches? You don't have to watch. Pretty simple really, but there's always some frickin' moron who doesn't understand it. This channel, like everything else on YouTube, is optional content. You don't have to watch it. Now today I'm reviewing Deadpool the video game, and with the Deadpool movie about to release, I thought it'd be a good idea to go back and review a late arriving last generation game. Now Deadpool is available on the Xbox 360, Xbox One, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4. Now the current generation versions are simple ports really. You'll get the same experience no matter which platform you choose to play on. Now I'm obviously an Xbox dude first and foremost, so I'm reviewing it on Xbox. Now graphically the game isn't super impressive, but it's still pretty easy on the eyes. Everyone looks as they should and the environments all look pretty detailed. Luckily, most importantly, the frame rate was solid and I didn't encounter any issues as far as glitches or extreme pop-in. Now what's cool about comic book games is they stay true to the art style and it usually holds up pretty well, and that's the case here. Now in games like this where enemies appear on the screen in wave after wave increments, the most important thing is frame rate and no slowdown, which weren't an issue here, and that's good to say. Now the gameplay is quite simple, but sometimes repetitive, and the controls aren't always as tight as you'd hope for in a beat-em-up style game like this. Deadpool is armed with guns and a sword, but he also has access to giant hammers, plasma guns, and a range of other alternatives. Now a short-range teleportation move as possible from him as well. Since Deadpool's mutant ability is healing, guess what? He can heal, he takes damage, and he starts to fall apart a little bit. It actually looks pretty gross, and the more damage he takes, the more he starts to fall apart and look gross, and you'll have to run and find a spot to recover before moving on in the game. Now the story is absolutely hilarious. As many of you might know if you're a Deadpool fan, Deadpool often breaks the fourth wall and interacts with people who are like watching shows with him or reading. If you're reading a comic book, he'll break the fourth wall there, and playing a game in this case, he definitely breaks the fourth wall here. Now Deadpool, basically this story entails Deadpool threatening the employees of High Moon Studios, who are the developers, by the way. They also made the first two Transformers games from Activision that were actually really good. And he basically forces High Moon Studios to make the, quote, the most awesome game ever starring himself, and he hires Nolan North as his voice actor in the process. So yes, Nolan North is in this game, and he actually does a really good job of bringing Deadpool to life. So Deadpool is fully aware that he's in a game throughout the game, and actually will read the script and break character often, clashing against well-known villains like Mr. Sinister and even teaming up briefly with the likes of Wolverine. Deadpool is a comic book fan's dream from start to finish, no lie. Now if there's any knocks against the game, it's that it's a bit repetitive at times, slightly clunky controls, some repeating enemies that all look the same. That gets a bit stale, but for the most part it's a very fun experience, and I highly recommend it, especially if you're a Deadpool fan or a comic book game fan. Deadpool gets a very solid 7.5 out of 10. Please remember to comment, rate, subscribe, rack 'em up. Thanks for watching. Crapgamer, out.
Hey, hot tits, the pipe I was offering gives way more pleasure. Oh, come on! Yeah, I'll just hang here for a while. Feels fine, with the pipe and all. Nah, please, take your time. Ah, what kind of gamer are you? Hey, tickles, tickles, tickles! You're almost there.